Okay, let's go ahead and read this again. This is Genesis 27 verse 40. And by the sword shalt thou live. Which we know the modern day sword is the gun and also the missiles and the manpower. Okay, so Edom, when you check out the so-called white people that are biblically the Edomites according to the lineage, the seed of their forefathers. But you check out these Edomites, man. They boast. They boast and they have serious pride. Not knowing that the Most High gave them the power because they gave it to their father and it will pass down to their children. And it says, and shall serve thy brother, because they did serve us one time. And it says, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Now, we're going to go and precept on that to prove to you, brothers and sisters, that the Edomites, they was under us one time. Matter of fact, let me get that now. Now, this is the book of Jasher. Okay, this is the book of Jasher, chapter 60. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start at 1. It says, and when the year came round, being the 72nd year from the Israelites going down to Egypt, after the death of Joseph, Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau, fled from Egypt, he and his men, and they went away. Now, when you check it out, Zepho is the grandson of Esau. Okay. Now, verse 2, it says, and he came to Africa, which is Denhaba, to Angeas, king of Africa, and Angeas received them with great honor, and he made Zepho the captain of his host, because at the time, after Joseph had died, Zepho, when you read the book of Jasher, it gets much more in depth on what happened prior to them going into being slaves. They was in jail, they was locked down, they was in Egypt, they was serving us. Okay, but Zepho, as we know, the typical so-called white man, he doesn't forget, he's about revenge. So him and his brethren fled, took that yoke of iron off that neck, and they fled away. Okay, they fled away, and Angeas, the king of Africa, welcomed these Edomites with an open arm, because Angeas knew about Zepho. Zepho was considered like the man of war type. So he knew that his blessing would be the sword. He knew that. Okay, but all this is spiritually set up by design by the Most High. You understand? So Angeas knew about Zepho, his reputation at the time. And it says, and Zepho found favor in the sight of Angeas and in the sight of his people. And Zepho was captain of the host to Angeas, king of Africa, for many days. See what I'm saying? And verse 4, and Zepho enticed Angeas, king of Africa, to collect all his army and to go and fight with the Egyptians and with the sons of Jacob, and to avenge of them the cause of his brethren. You see them? You see what I'm saying? See, that's the difference between the Edomites, that's the difference between the Edomites and the Israelites. The Israelites are afraid to avenge what happened to their brother. But that's why we have to wait on Yeshua Christ to come back. And plus, the 144,000 is going to be an army of the Most High also. That's going to go out and do some damage. But we have to wait on the Most High. But that's the difference between Edom and the children of Israel. Okay? Because you see it today. You know, these Edomites, they shoot Jake down. Jake want to forgive. Forget. But you shoot them. Let a Israelite go inside a Edomite church and shoot little boys and girls and innocent people. See what happened to his black ass or his Hispanic ass, whatever so-called ethnic that the white man put our brothers in. But let it be an Israelite going there. They have that Hebrew what? They'll kill that nigga, man. They would just eradicate him. But with the white boy, after he did what he did, when he went in that church and killed those innocent black people, well, really, those people that was in that church, they deal with what? False religion. So that was judgment of the Lord. But I'm just saying for edification purpose, look what happened though. After the so-called white boy went in there, shot those so-called black people, the Jakes in there, they took that so-called white boy, which is the Edomite, they took him to Burger King. Made sure he was fed. You see what I'm saying? They pretty much give him a slap on the wrist trying to say he's crazy and he's going to walk off that. Because at the end of the day, Esau going to look out for their own people. But our own kind, we don't do that. But I'm just saying they have the spirit. We don't have the spirit yet as a people. That's why we have to wait on Yeshua Christ to come back to avenge his brethren, which is us, for what they done to us, because they are blessed with the sword. We lost our power. When we deal with idols, we broke the laws of the Heavenly Father. We abandoned the book of life that the Most High gave to us. And we decided to say, we're going to serve other gods, we're going to serve other idols. These heathens took our records, enslaved us with our own records because we abandoned it. That's gangster. That the Most High did that. The Lord said, okay, because you didn't want to read my book, because you didn't want to follow my laws and commandments, I'm going to allow another nation to move you to jealousy and take the same book as a mockery to remind, as a reminder, because we wouldn't keep the laws of the Most High and do what he say. That these other heathen would take our books, our records, and they will what? Lie about the image of our brother Yeshua, which is an image of a homosexual named Sergio Bogier, the evil man. So it does move us to jealousy because they lying. You see what I'm saying? See, it's spiritual, it's deep. And they take that same book and they slaved us with it so we will what? Hate our God. The more we hate our God, the more we have what? Curses on us. The Lord said he showed mercy on them that would love him and keep his commandments. But those who hate him, he will bring curses on them. That's why so many of our brothers and sisters, that's why we are the valley of the dry bones. We are spiritually dead. You understand? Now, let's go back up to, let me see, let's go to the book of Jasher 64, okay? And Balaam, the son of Bear, was at the time with Angeas in the battle, and when he saw that Zepho prevailed over Angeas, he fled from there and came to Chittim. Because see, eventually, as we know, Zepho, you know, we know how the typical so-called white man gets down. If he's not getting things his way, he's gonna go to war with you. And that's what we see throughout history. You know, Esau get puppets, but this man Angeas, he welcomes Zepho in his world. But that's how the Edomites get down. Just like the Native Americans, the Gadites, the Israelites over here in Americas. They welcome these Edomites in. What the Edomites do? They deceive them with war. They deceive them with smooth things, and war was in their heart. And from there, they slaughter our people. And look where they got our so-called Native Americans at today. Now they drink alcohol, they gang banging, they in this crippin' blooding on the West Coast. Oh yeah, I talked to some so-called Native Americans over there in the West Coast, how they tell me how bad it is. But the so-called Edomites, the so-called white man, I keep saying so-called Edomites, but the Edomites, they gonna pay for that. They gonna pay. And these Edomites, they proud, they would tell you no. But we don't care. We go with the scriptures. It's gonna happen. Okay, verse 2. And Zepho and the children of Chittim received them with great honor, for Zepho knew Balaam's wisdom. And Zepho gave unto Balaam many gifts, and he remained with him. Okay, because Zepho, people knew about Zepho. Zepho came to Chittim, you know, he killed a half a half man, a half creature, and Z-Fold was received many gifts, and they made him the top dog, the commander. Okay, but Z-Fold and Angus, they went to war against each other. Okay, it says verse 3, and when Z-Fold had returned from the war, he commanded all the children of Chittim to be numbered who had gone into battle with them, and behold, not one was missed. Verse 4, Z-Fold rejoiced at this thing, and he renewed his kingdom, and he made a feast to all his subjects. And verse 5, now prior to this war, Z-Fold prayed to the Most High, asked the Most High to give him mercy, because Angus, the king of Africa, he was deep. Z-Fold was scared. So Z-Fold, he called on the Most High deliver him out of that. But as we know, the typical so-called white man does. What he does, he boasts. He says the Lord has nothing to do with that. We got the sword, we got the power. And that's going to be their downfall, is pride. You understand? But that's what Z-Fold did. Z-Fold got the Most High. Same with when you read about Nimrod. Nimrod was a God-fearing man at first. Nimrod said, to hell with the Lord. I'm going to do me. You see what I'm saying? It says verse 6, and Z-Fold reigned over the children of Chittim. Salakia, I skipped in verse 5. But Z-Fold remembered not the Lord, and considered not that the Lord had helped him in battle. You see that? See that? And that he had delivered him and his people from the hand of the king of Africa, but still walked in the ways of the children of Chittim and the wicked children of Esau. Okay? To serve other gods which his brethren, the children of Esau, had taught him. It is therefore said, from the wicked goes forth wickedness. You see what I'm saying? So, when the yoke of iron was taken off the neck, they received the dominion, and they just went on a serious campaign from that time to modern day today. The children of Edom is still alive. Don't listen to what these historians trying to tell you. Oh, they not alive, they not here, because they are the children of Edom, man. They don't want to tell you. Okay, verse 6, and Z-Fold reigned over all the children of Chittim securely, but knew not the Lord who had delivered him and all his people from the hand of the king of Africa. And the troops of Africa came no more to Chittim to plunder as usual. For they knew of the power of Z-Fold, who had smitten them all at the edge of the sword. So Angus was afraid of Z-Fold, the son of Eliphaz, and the children of Chittim all the days. You see what I'm saying? So this man received the power, the sword. Now let's go back. Let's go to a precept on that real quick. Okay, so let's go over some things quick. Let's go to Genesis 27:39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. But how the Edomites have gained these lands? Because their original habitation were mountains, because it was envy at the other nations. So how did they do that? They stole this land with bloodshed. By what? Killing. Verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, which already went down. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Okay, so we went over that in the book of Joshua, the 60th chapter, and Joshua 64th chapter, and it says, verse 41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob, and that's what we know Jacob had to flee. Okay. Now Esau's serious blessing is to conquer the fatness of the earth, will be the sword. The modern day is the gun, missiles, and nukes, the manpower. Now, they speak smooth things, but in their mind is about dividing and conquering. As we know today, they did it with the Native Americans, and they still doing that to the other inhabitants throughout the four corners of the earth.